What's good, everyone? Welcome back for another session. This is Jin. I ended up finishing my EZA for the TEQ Hit last night, and I ended up trying out a couple of teams, and this is ultimately the one I ended up wanting to test out on Extreme Super Battle Road, the Universe Survival Saga stage. Now, you're probably wondering, where are all the Universe 6 units, right? Because of the built-in skill sets within the EZA itself. I'll talk about that here in a second when we cover the stats and overall, unit, kit. But, I just wanted to show you guys what the current, settings are for my version of TEQ Hit with the EZA. Obviously, I'm not 100%, complete with the link leveling, but, I did assign some skill orbs and focused on, a balanced mix of additionals and crits, and also the I actually assigned him level 5 for dodge, just because I had plenty of those sitting around, and I figured he might benefit from some of the chances of dodging. So that's pretty much the takeaway with that. Now I know he can effectively attack against all types or whatnot based on certain conditions or what have you, but ultimately I just ended up going with that approach. So with all that being said, let's talk about the unit itself with the EZA. So again, for JP, it literally just came out yesterday. And then with the upgrades, for the leader skill, you've got Universe 6 category key +4, HP attack and defense increase 170%, or the Universe Survival Saga category key +3, HP attack and defense increase 160%. The super attack will raise defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy. Now again, related to all the Universe 6 category units requirement, built into the passive skill, you get an attack and defense increase of 20% with each Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn. Medium chance of stunning all enemies at the start of the turn when all allies attacking in the same turn are of Universe 6 category allies. Attack and defense increase 160% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack increase of 80%. And attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is stunned, and then attacked enemies attack minus 20% and defense minus 80% for 2 turns, and also a high chance to stun the attacked enemy for 1 turn. So a lot of built-in skill sets, and again, I did compromise quite a bit for this particular run, with all the additional, boosts you can get from the Universe 6 category allies on either rotation or the team. But for me, I ended up skipping the past couple of banners like the TEQ Kefla, and I'm missing quite a few of those Universe 6 units in terms of like the newer ones that are better, much more improved or whatever. But honestly, I think it's okay to show like a variation of it, because I'm sure plenty of content creators are showing, the optimized team build for this EZA TEQ Hit. So I figured it's okay to take a different approach on this. Alright, continuing on, let's just talk about the links. So experienced fighters is attack increase of 15% at level 10. Cold Judgment is defense increase of 25%. Infighter is attack increase of 15%. All enemies defense minus 15%. Shocking Speed is key +2, defense +5%. Tournament of Power is key +3, attack and defense increase to 7%. Warriors of Universe 6 will be key +2, attack and defense increase of 6%. And then Fierce Battle will be attack increase of 20%. And honestly, I haven't really covered this on a video because I've been pretty busy this past week, but I did make sure to bring the LR Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku as the friend lead, because I did want those units to link up with the EZA TEQ Hit on one of the rotations. So I do need to clarify that I did have that specifically in mind when I wanted to test this, EZA out on Extreme Super Battle Road. But let's just talk about it real quick. I know it literally just came out, so obviously people are still working through their links or whatnot. I found a friendly that was duped up. I think it had like 90% probably, or something around that region. But for these guys, the leader skills, accelerated battle, or I guess you could call it high-speed battle, and then Universe Survival Saga categories key +4, HP attack and defense increase of 150%. So in addition to missing out on some of the passive skill sets with the Universe 6 category unit requirements, the leader skill for the friend is also at 150%, so it's not quite like the attack increase 170%, so just keep that in mind. Now in terms of like the super attack abilities for this unit, the 12 key will raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to enemy with a high chance to stun the enemy. And then the 18 key will greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy with a high chance to stun the enemy. So both of those units on rotation have very good built-in, skill sets for the stunning mechanic, which is advantageous like hell in Super Battle Road. Now for the passive skill for this unit, attack and defense will be an increase of 170% as a base boost, and then key +6 plus an additional attack and defense increase of 60%. Attacks guaranteed to hit, disable enemy's guard, and high chance to evade enemy's attack, including supers, as the first or second attacker in a turn, which is pretty much all you're going to see in this run. I made sure to keep this guy on rotation with the tech version of Hit. So you'll never see this guy in the 3rd slot where you actually get a key +7 plus an additional attack increase of 70%. When attacking, it launches an additional attack that's got a medium chance of becoming a super as, again, the 3rd attacker in the turn. I don't think I activated the active skill either on this run. It's an attack and defense increase of 13% during battle. It can be activated when HP is 76% or less after performing 3 or more super attacks in battle 1 time only. And I'm not going to cover the links or anything, but obviously the tech hit and the strength type hit in Super Saiyan God Goku do share a fair amount of links, like Tournament of Powers 1, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Infighter, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and then I guess really the only thing missing is the legendary power that the LR has, whereas Tech version of Hit doesn't. So you can definitely run these two together on the same rotation. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So with all that being said, what's my impression on both of these units, right? Since I'm literally showcasing these guys for the first time with this video. So I think the Tech Hit EZA, you can certainly work around the other requirements of Universe 6 Warriors, category units. I think the guy obviously can hit, no pun intended, but 10 million plus attack stats I've heard, fully built up with support or whatever. But the fact that you're able to still see like 7.6 million given in this Super Battle Road run without all those Universe 6 category units, I think it kind of signifies that it might seem a little bit restricted on paper, but you could certainly build a pretty good team around him, and he'll perform pretty well, is my take on that. I think obviously he was a much needed EZA out of the group of units available, and I think most people are probably happy about it. Now for the Strength type LR Hit and Goku unit, certainly an interesting unit. I know there was a little flack on the animation side, and I'll be honest, I mean, it was a little bit of a turnoff for me, but unless it was like something ridiculously crazy that I could not turn away from, I had every intention of skipping the legendary banner as well, in addition to the Tech Kefla Dokkan Fest. The reason why is, I don't know, personally Universe 6 is not necessarily my favorite theme around characters, I guess, so to speak, and I'm not the biggest fan of Kefla, and Kel and Caulifla, so it's a personal bias behind that too. But I think in addition to that, I can pretty much build some pretty damn good teams without some of the newer units, so I was okay with passing. Plus, I think the biggest reason for me is we have a lot of year-end stuff coming up. Obviously the Dragon Ball Heroes collab banner is coming up, which is once a year. I'm a little bit, on the fence whether I actually want to throw stones at it this time around. Every year I feel like, I end up summoning, but shortly after, not even a month after, the hype dies down. It's almost like I rarely use the units. I mean, the only one really that I use, in terms of like showcases and stuff like that, is the Supreme Kai of Time. That's one of the ones that out of the bunch that I still use on a somewhat regular basis. But otherwise, they're just kind of sitting in my deck. So I'm not sure about that. But we do have like the Dokkan Fest coming up next month, and also like the double race banner toward year end with the free extra Kai equivalent cards, and then we have that. Dual Dokkan Fest at year end, the month of December as well. I think around Christmas time we'll have the New Year's Step Up banner, and then we'll have JP's 7th year anniversary. So, I mean, there's literally a lot of stuff coming up, and you know, I mean, I have to pick and choose what I want. And honestly, I could live without, you know, some of the newer units on the recent banners, so I was okay with skipping. But otherwise, I think the unit overall, like the LR Hit and Goku unit, are pretty good units. I mean, they're pretty crazy in their own regard. I mean, they have, you know, the stunning mechanics, they have the ability to raise attack and defense based on their super attacks. They get a significant boost based on, you know, the attack and defense, depending on how you slot them up or whatever. But even in the first or second slot, I think they perform just fine. And plus, you know, you can boost up another additional attack and defense increase of 13% once the active skill is enabled. And, you know, I think the greatest advantage is it's a great complement to the TEQ Hit with the post EZA. So I feel like, you know, it's pretty niche, right, in terms of like what the needs are and what it provides. So I guess maybe I'm just looking at it more from a more big picture level, what's going to improve my overall deck and stuff like that. So maybe, you know, I'm just counting on year-end stuff to be more hype, so I ended up passing up on it. And plus, like, they'll be back around, and you know, you can always use coins or whatever if need be, and you know, I don't really see a whole big issue about it. So that's personally my take on it. But from a unit performance standpoint, I think they're both very good. TEQ Hit certainly benefited from this EZA quite a bit, and the release of the strength type LR Hit and Goku certainly helped with that as well. They provide their own, you know, groundwork, but also complement TEQ Hit tremendously. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say on here. Hopefully you enjoyed the Extreme Super Battle Road run, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Alright, peace out.